But you can have a few layers you can peel, like maybe you'll be comfortable, and we've turned the heat off so that it should cool down fairly fast. Before we begin tonight, we have a little dedication that we'd like to make, and I'm going to turn the time to Alan Grammer.
Tonight we're going to be dedicating this performance to a dear friend of ours and also a fellow actor, a fellow past actor, Stephen Hansen, who is serving in the Marines, and he is supposedly shipping out tonight to go to Iraq.
Your back at Baldpate, 'cause you never know who's coming through the door. 7 keys to Baldpate, 7 keys to Baldpate. Open books for murder, graft, and more.
No, Mother, I think it's colder in here than it is outside.
I was going to say the same thing, Liza.
Maybe we better open up the door and let in some warm air.
You better not. Snow will all over the place. See if there's any logs there and start a fire.
No, Mother, I think my feet are froze. I can't feel them when I walk.
I wouldn't be surprised after that climb up the mountain. I'll never forget this night. I'm about Paris. Any logs there?
Yep,
Come out first, please. See what you're doing.
that's a good idea.
11 o'clock.
Yep, that's what it is, 11 o'clock. Why, that train's been in over 20 minutes. I suppose it's the storm that delayed it. It ain't over a 10-minute walk up the mountain from the depot.
Maybe the train's late on account of the storm.
No, I heard it signal to cross me. That's one Justin. Why, that fellow will be here before we know it. Light the other lamp, Mother, while I finish this spot.
Maybe we should have gone to the depot. Meet him.
No, we shouldn't have done nothing of the sort. The telegram just said to come here to have it ready for us. Then,
But what do you suppose anybody wants to be doing in a summer hotel in the dead of winter?
Mother, you know I can't figure out nothing. If I could, I'd be a multi-millionaire years ago, instead of an old school caretaker. Just up a bit, Mother, make the place look a little respectable.
What's his name again?
McGee, I think the telegram says.
McGee?
Hold on,
cocky, but I'm kind of laugh at that one.
You'd better give him a drink.
I suppose so. Here, young fellow, try some of this. Henry.
Do you think it's him?
How am I supposed to know?
Well, ask him and find out.
Hey, thousand thanks.
Just put that in your pocket. You might need it later on.
Well, thanks.
For you, Mr. McGee.
Right. What's left of me is still McGee. You expect me, of course.
Oh, yes, we got the telegram. My name's Mr. Quimby.
Well, so I surmise.
This lady here is my wife, Mrs. Quimby.
Oh, I thought as much. Delighted, Mrs. Quimby.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. McGee.
You must forgive me for not rising. I'm still terribly cold.
Oh, that's all right. You sit there and get head up. We've been living in the mountains. We don't mind the cold as much as strangers, but even we felt it tonight, didn't we, Elijah?
That's right. It's an uncommon cold night.
That little trip from the train station to the top of the mountain has taught me to firmly believe and edit everything that Jack London ever wrote about and old Dr. Cook ever lied about. This is Baldpate, huh? Well, well, well.
He talks funny, don't he?
Yeah, that's funny too. Something's the matter with it for sure.
You say you received a telegram.
Oh yes, we got it all right, but it only came about an hour ago, so we didn't have any time to get ready.
Well, that was because I didn't plan to come here until about 4 o'clock this afternoon.
We were scared most to death getting the telegram in the middle of the night.
I'm awfully sorry to take you on a night like this, but it was altogether necessary in order for me to accomplish what I set out to do. The rooms are equipped with fireplaces.
Yes, I'm just getting one of them fixed up. I'll start a fire and it should be ready for you within 5 minutes.
I wish you would. Yes, this would be much too big a barn for me to work in. I'll no doubt be more comfortable up there.
He says he's going to work. I wonder what he means.
Humphrey, try to find out. Give me the matches.
Here you are.
This, I presume, is the hotel office.
That's right.
This certainly is old Johnny secluded himself.
Where's all that come from?
What happened?
Oh, Mr. Bentley had the power turned on. You know I'd have to have some real light for this kind of work. You're probably wondering what the devil I'm doing here.
That's just what I'm wondering, young fellow.
Well, I'll tell you. Although I'm not too certain you'll understand. Sit down, Mr. Quimby. Oh, it's all right. Sit down. I take it you're not the sort of man that follows the light and frivolous literature of the day?
How's that?
You don't read the sort of books that are sold by the town and department stores?
No.
Well, I write those kind of books.
The dickens you do.
Wild, thrilling tales of a tired businessman's tired wife. Shot in the night. The chases after fortune. And Cupid. Busy with arrows all over the place. It's good fun. I like to do it, and there's money.
You mean to tell me?
Oh, yes. Considerable. Of course, they say I'm a cheap, melodramatic renter. They say my thinking process is a scream. Well, perhaps they're right.
Perhaps.
Have you ever read The Scarlet Satchel?
No.
Well, that one's mine.
Is it?
I've come here to Baldpate to think. To write a novel so fine, so literary, that Henry Cabot Lodge will come to me with tears in his eyes and beg me to join this bunch of self-made immortals. And I'm going to do that right here. In this inn. On this very mountain. Looking down on the world as Jove looked down from Olympus. You understand?
I suppose it's all for the best.
As of late, I've been running short of material. The title gave me The Lonesome Spot on Earth, given to me by my good friend, Mr. Hal Bentley. What And where is the lonesomest spot on earth, I asked. A summer resort in the dead of winter, he said. He told me of Baldpate, dared me to come. I took the dare, and here I am.
You mean you're going to write a book?
Exactly what I'm going to do. I have here a copy of the agreement made between Mr. Bentley and myself. This, would you like to look it over, or would you rather I read it to you?
Oh, you go on and read it. I like to hear you talk.
Ah, then my personality has wormed its way into your good graces.
How's that?
I say, I evidently appeal to you.
Well, I don't know as you appeal to me, but
But what?
I guess I better not say it.
Oh, come on. What's on your mind?
Well, I can't decide whether you're a smart man or a darn fool.
Would you believe it? I've been tormenting those two opinions of myself for a long time. My publishers say I'm a smart man. The critics all call me a damn fool. Well, that's neither here nor there. This will clear up the cloud of mystery to some extent. I think your wife might want to listen to it. Could you call her, please?
All right. Mother! Oh, Mother!
Yes, I'm all through up here. You better come up here, mister, and see if it's to your liking before we go.
Oh, I'll take your word on it that everything is all right.
Come down here, Mother. Mr. McGee wants to read you something.
Is that so? I started a fire, so the room should be all set up by the time you're ready to go to bed.
Sit down, Mother.
What?
Go on, behind sitting. Mr. McGee's gonna tell us why he's here.
Really? I love snow.
I have just explained to your husband that I'm an author. I do popular novels. I've come to Baldpate to write a novel in 24 hours.
Understand, Mother? He's going to write a book.
Going to write a book in 24 hours?
Well, that was a wager made between Mr. Bentley and myself. He couldn't get it done. I couldn't do good. $5,000 for the sporting blood boils. He dug for his fountain pen and checkbook. I covered the bet. And we posted the checks at the 44th Street Club.
What do you think of that, Mother?
I never heard of such a thing.
I have here a letter. Describing to you, in which you'll notice your name is mentioned. Listen. You are to leave Baldpate on the 4:45 for Ascot Falls, arriving at 10:40. And go direct to Baldpate Inn, atop Baldpate Mountain, where you'll be met by my caretaker, Mr. Elijah Quimby, who, after making you comfortable, will turn over to you the key to Baldpate. The only key in existence. Is that correct?
It's the only key I know of.
It's the only key. I can swear to it.
Good. This will ensure you against any interruption and give you the solitude necessary for your concentration, which begin work at 12 o'clock Tuesday night. And turn over to Mr. Elijah Quimby the completed manuscript of a 10,000-word story, no later than 12 o'clock Wednesday night. Do you understand?
You mean you're going to turn it over to me?
That's just exactly what I'm going to do.
What do you think of that, Mother?
I never heard of such a thing.
Well, you know Bentley's handwriting. There's his signature. See for yourself.
His right name, Mother.
Looks like it, but
What?
the whole thing don't sound right to me.
Me neither. We'd better watch this cut.
I think so too.
You received a telegram.
Yeah, we got it. My wife was just reading it. It describes all about your situation. What's that?
You mean the telephone?
Boo!
Why, that thing's been out of commission all winter.
Let's get out of here, Elijah.
No, wait. Don't be alarmed. Mr. Bentley had the service renewed. He's probably wondering if I've arrived. Just a moment. Hello? Hello? Yes, right on time. I'm Mrs. Quimby. Yes, it's just what you said it was. The lonesomest spot on earth is right. Huh. You still feel that way about it, huh? Well, that opinion's going to cost you $5,000, old man. What? You want to talk to him? Just a moment. He wants to talk to you.
Is it Mr. Bentley?
Oh, yes. Sit right down.
Hello? Hello, Mr. Bentley. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. At 12 o'clock, sir? Oh, I understand. I'll be here. Yes, sir. Oh, we're fine, both of us. Thank you. Yes, sir. Oh, you want to talk to him? All right. He wants to talk to you one more time.
Well, tell him to... I don't want to speak to him, and I'm spending his money already.
He doesn't want to talk to you. Yes, sir. I understand. Goodbye. He wants me to be here tomorrow night at 12 o'clock to talk to him on the phone again.
And it would be very sad news you'll have to impart to him, Mr. Quimby, because I'm going to win this bet. You know, this wouldn't make a bad story in and of itself. Well, I'm actually thinking of using this as a ground. Oh, hello. This leads to where?
That's the dining room. Leads through to the kitchen. That room to your left goes to the cellar.
Oh, I see. Have you the exact time, Mr. Quimby?
Mine is 11:30.
Half an hour to get my bearings and prepare for character or two.
Will I put this in your room?
No, you needn't bother, Mrs. Quimby.
Oh, it's no bother. I'm only too glad to do anything for any friend of Mr. Bentley's.
Now, you are certain that I won't be disturbed in any way, Mr. Quimby?
Who's going to disturb you? Nobody comes around here till about the 1st of April. Except myself, and I only come about once a week in this weather.
Well, you don't think that any of Bentley's Askewan friends, hearing of this wager, would take it upon themselves to disturb me in any way?
Nobody knows you're here except me and the missus, and we aren't going to tell anyone.
Have I your word on that?
I've never broken my word in my life. Guess that's why I'm a poor man. I remember the last time people came here in the winter. It was at the time of the reform wave in Askewan. A bunch of reformers got after a bunch of crooked politicians. They came up here and hid money in that state.
Reformers hid money in this state.
No, politicians. Reformers never have money.
Splendid, just splendid.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, nothing. Tell me more about the hidden graft.
Well, there's not much to tell. Some fellers up and gave them away. The police came the next morning and found the money. Nobody claimed it, so they never caught the gang. They threw a lot of people out of office, I believe, though. I don't know, I didn't hear much about it. But that was over 4 years ago. You needn't be worried. You won't be disturbed.
Reformers. Hidden money. Sounds like a good seller.
Is there anything more we can do for you, Mr. McGee?
No, nothing I can think of. I'll be... Have you forgotten something, Mr. Quimby?
No?
The key.
Oh, yes, the key. Here you are.
Now, you're absolutely certain this is the only one in existence.
Yes, sir, I'm sure.
I can swear to it.
Good.
What are you going to do? Lock yourself in?
That is just exactly what I'm going to do.
I don't mind staying here to keep watch for you if you like.
Oh, that's all right, Mr. Quimby. I'd much rather be alone.
I'd rather it be you than me. I have to think you'd be scared of ghosts.
Mother, I've told you 20 times there ain't no such thing.
Well, they've been seen here just think.
Ghosts?
Don't mind her, Mr. McGee. We think we know who the ghost is. There's a feller up here by the name of Peters. He's a hermit.
A hermit?
Yes, one of those fellers that's been disappointed in love. His wife ran off with a child he had. He came here about 10 years ago. Lives in a shack a mile and a half north of here. Calls it the Hermit Cave. All the summer boarders buy picture postcards from him. We think he's the fella scaring the people in the valley by waving a lantern from the mountainside with a sheet wrapped around him.
But no one ever proved it was him.
Well, who else could it be? There ain't no such thing as ghosts. Are there, Mr. McGee?
Well, I sincerely hope not. Go.
Come on, Mother. I suppose he's anxious to get to work.
Not bad at all.
I'll say good night, sir.
Good night, Mr. Quimby. And remember, 12 o'clock sharp for Mr. Bentley's phone call.
I'll be here on the minute.
And I'm coming to see if you're still alive. I just think you've been scared to death.
Mother, he will be if you keep on like that.
Now, I don't envy your trip down the mountain on a night like this.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
Good night, sir.
Good night, Mrs. Quimby. And remember, keep a sharp lookout for ghosts and hermits.
Don't remind me, please.
The only key in existence, huh? We'll see. This. West. Where are you lost, sister? Hello? Is this Andy? Yes, this is Blanche. Yes, Baldpate. Yes, almost frozen. Oh, it's awful. It's like Napoleon's tomb in here. I thought you said Mayor Carmen was supposed to meet me here. No, no, no. I can't stay here all night. I go mad. I know. I'll put this money in the safe. Meet him here at 9 in the morning, and then turn it over to him then. Don't worry. There isn't a chance of anything in the world happening. Money's safer here than any spot on earth. Mayor Cargan knows the combination. Besides, how could they get in? Mikey or Baldpate is the only one in existence. My advice is to let it lay here for a week. They don't think we'd risk it after the other exposure. I tell you, I know best. I'll be back in town by 1 o'clock. I have the president's machine waiting for the mountains. All right. Goodbye. Good evening. Or should I say, good morning. Who are you? I was just about to put that question to you. What are you doing here? That's exactly what I think I'm entitled to know. Did you follow me up that mountain? No. I was here an hour ahead of you. Then how did you get in? Through the door. You lie. I have the only key to that door, and it's right here in my pocket. I was under the same impression until a moment ago. And stating that you have the only key in existence, well, sort of handed me a laugh.
You heard what I said over the telephone?
Oh yes, every word.
You don't think you're gonna live to tell it, do you?
That doesn't bother me at all. Although I've never experienced this before, I've written so much of this melodramatic stuff and, well, received such splendid royalties from it all. It sort of strikes me funny to think that the melodramatic trash is the real thing. Well, you may not believe it, but really, old man, I've written you over and over.
Say, I killed a man once for laughing at me.
Hey, that's my line. I used it in the Lost Limousine. 400,000 copies. I bet you read it.
If you don't tell me who you are and what you're doing here, I'm gonna kill you as dead as a doornail. Now come on, I mean it. Who are you?
Well, a name doesn't mean much, so you may call me Mr. Ringo.
What are you?
I'm an author.
What are you doing here?
I've come here to win a bet. But up to now, the chances have been dead against me. You can do me a favor, old man, by leaving me this place myself. And I promise you, everything that's been said here will remain absolutely sacred.
You must think I'm an awful fool to swallow that kind of talk.
Mm-hmm. If you don't believe me, go to that room. There you will find a typewriter and several pages of manuscript. And a letter from the owner of this inn to the caretaker, proving conclusively that what I said is the truth, the absolute truth. And there you are.
And you're not with the police?
No, I wish I were. If the grass is as good as they say it is.
Who gave you your key?
None of your business. If I'm right, that's the answer you gave me.
So you have a letter from the owner?
Yes, right in that room. I'll get it for you.
Come back here.
What's the matter?
I've been double-crossed before, young fellow. I'll find it if it's there.
If you think that way, go ahead. Oh, I've never carried a gun before in my life.
But you keep one in your room, eh?
Well, if that's what you think, go ahead. Search the room.
That's just what I'm gonna do. But I'll keep you in sight. Go on, I'll let you show me the way.
Very well.
Wait a minute. I'll peek around in that room alone first. You don't look good to me. You're too willing. You stay right here. I'll call you when I've satisfied myself you're not trying to spring something. Let me out of here. You hear me? I'll get you for this.
Hello? Give me ask one, police headquarters. Oh, that's what I said, police headquarters. Who are you? What do you want?
Don't you? It's all right. I'm harmless.
How did you get in here?
I locked the door with the key.
Great. Googly moogly.
You will allow me to bring my chaperone in. I can explain who I am and why I'm here.
Your chaperone?
Yes, I'm a perfectly harmless female who is kind enough to accompany me on this adventure. I have your permission?
What the deuce is going on?
You'll soon know. All right, Mr. Ross.
Lock the door! Lock the door!
Well, what's the matter? What happened?
What frightened you?
A man!
A man?
What man?
I don't know. He appeared above at the window, flourished a revolver, and then he jumped to the ground and ran down the mountainside.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure.
Oh, excuse me.
Is anything wrong?
I'm beginning to think I am.
When did you ever come to this awful place?
It's okay. Don't get excited.
The bird is flown, but it forgot this when he... I'm not going to shoot. Well, at least not yet. Perhaps you'd like to explain to me why I'm so honored for this midnight visit.
I can explain in very few words.
Oh, that would do very fine. My time is precious, and I'm losing thousands of dollars even through this waste of time. Be as brief as possible.
Why do you stare at me so?
Do you believe in love at first sight?
What do you mean?
Well, I've never really experienced this before. It's really remarkable. But you promised to explain while you're here.
Well, to begin with,
Would you mind answering the phone? I don't want to turn my back on anything but a bolted door tonight.
Certainly. Hello? What's that? Hold the wire, please. I'll see. Did you wish to speak with police headquarters?
Yeah, no.
Police headquarters?
Just tell them it must have been a mistake.
Hello? No. No such call for them from here. Must be some mistake. Oh, that's all right. Then you did call police headquarters. Why did you call police headquarters? Yes, why did you call police headquarters?
You know, this has been the night of very strange happenings. No sooner did I get rid of one of the bestsellers, along comes another dyed-in-the-wool, to be continued in our next. I have no idea why I'm saying this, but I actually think I'd do anything in the world for you.
I don't understand.
But you said you were going to explain your presence here.
Which I fully intend to do. But first, let me ask you one question.
Proceed.
How did you get in here without this key?
You know, I'm beginning to think this whole thing is a frame-up.
What do you mean?
You have the only key to Baldpate in existence, I imagine.
Or so I understood.
Would it be any news to you that there's more keys to Baldpate than you'd find in the Steinway piano?
Then he lied.
Who lied?
Remember your promise, Mary.
Well,
I can't tell you his name.
well, at least tell me your name.
My name is Mary Norton. I do special stories for the Royton Star.
In the newspaper game.
That's it. And this woman here is Mrs. Rose, with whom I live in Royton, and who is the only other person that knows I'm here to do this story.
What story?
The story of the $5,000 wager you made with a certain gentleman that you would write a complete novel inside of 24 hours.
Now, where did you get that from?
Remember your promise, Mary.
You've made many a promise, Mary. Perhaps you'd like to tell me where you got this little piece of information?
I can only tell you that when the wager was made at the 45th Street Club this afternoon, a certain someone dispatched news to me right away, believing I had the only key to Baldpate. So I've run up here to let you in, and lo and behold, I find you already at work, and as snug and cozy as you would be in a New York City apartment. Now to know my story, I'm going to throw myself at your mercy and ask you to let me stay here and get the beat. We won't disturb you in the least. Have you any objections?
And you won't tell me where you got the story?
I can't.
Or where you got the key?
Remember your promise, Mary.
You know, I really wish you hadn't brought her with you.
What?
Oh, no offense, Mrs. Rose. I'm sure Mary is a very promising young woman. Need you reminded of her constantly? Just a little joke. Well, let me get this clear. Your idea is to come here and write a story of my 24-hour task?
With your permission.
Had you put such a proposition towards me a half an hour ago, I would have emphatically said, no. But with our recent experience with our gun-flourishing, window-jumping gentleman, I'm rather inclined to entertain a companion or two.
Who was the man with the gun, and why did he jump from the window?
Well, you might as well ask me why you put a package of money in the safe. Or when you telephone a friend, tell him to pass along the information to Mayor Carter.
Mayor Carrigan?
What's wrong?
Mrs. Rose is a widow. Mayor Carrigan, a widower. Perhaps you'll understand why the news startled her when I tell you that Mrs. Rose is to become Mrs. Carrigan next Sunday morning.
Well, congratulations, Mrs. Rose. And again, I didn't mean to accuse Mayor Carrigan of any transaction, illegal or otherwise, though everything that's happened tonight is kind of just...
I assure you that a more honest man than Jim Cargan never lived.
Well, I sincerely hope you're right, for your sake. You know, I hope your story proves the whale. I wish...
What do you wish?
Nothing. I was just thinking of Sunday morning. Good night.
Good night.
You know, I'd gladly offer you ladies my room, but since it's the only one clean and heated, I need some kind of comfort for this kind of work. Good night.
Good night.
Mary, the sweetest name in the world.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
You know, I really wish you hadn't brought her with you. Good night.
Good night.
Mary, you don't believe Jim Cargan guilty of any treachery. Tell me you don't.
I don't know, Mrs. Rose, but I told you about the suburban bride story we got last night. But I certainly hope the name Cargan is kept clean, for both of your sakes.
I can't believe he's wrong. I won't believe it.
But if he is, I suppose you should know now. The faith may have brought us here tonight to protect you. Who knows? Money hidden in that safe instead. Yes, and that dovetails with the suburban bride story. I came down here to do a special. I may get 2 suits with 1 broom. Wouldn't that be wonderful? I'd be made.
Great heavens, Mary! Look!
What is it?
What happened?
A ghost!
What?
A ghost! A ghost!
I bet you $4 it's the man whose wife ran away with a traveling man. Excuse me! But have you any idea how many keys there are to this flat?
What are these women doing here? What? I don't like women.
Oh, don't be alarmed, ladies. He's not a regular ghost. I know all about him. He's in the picture postcard business.
What?
See here, Bosco. Gorilla stairs, ladies. I'll either kill it or cure it.
What?
Now it's the second time you barked at me. Don't do it again. Go right in, ladies. So, you're the ghost of Baldpate, huh?
How'd you people get in here?
You're not gonna give me that only key in existence speech on me, are you?
What?
You know there's other keys of Baldpate besides yours?
They're all imitations. Mine's the original. The old man gave it to me the day before he died.
What old man?
The father of that young scamp who wastes all his time in those New York nightclubs. You know who I mean.
So you're not particularly fond of the present owner of Baldpate.
I hate him and all his men friends.
And you don't like women either.
I despise them.
So, how do little girls and boys strike you?
Ah,
Ha ha ha! I can see your wife now. Anything in preference to you. Even a traveling
in
man.
my wife's name, all right?
Oh, you're what? And second, you stop throwing bluffs at me, or I'll take that sheet away from you and put you right out of ghost business. You're a hermit by trade, if I'm rightly informed.
Yes, I'm a hermit and proud of it.
Then why don't you stick to your own line of work?
Because I love to see the cowards run.
Oh, they're all cowards. Is that it?
Yes, cowards.
And you're a brave man, I suppose.
A caveman is always a brave man.
Reboot.
Someone hurt?
Did you hear a pistol shot?
Distinctly, and a woman scream?
Oh, woman! They thought it was the ghost. They shot it with her like they shooted me. They thought it was the ghost. They thought it was the ghost.
Egad, another key.
What?
It's a woman. I thought I'd give you a little more light so you could work faster. Oh, you needn't put your hands up. I'll take a chance on the quick stuff. Come on out here. You know, I didn't think this sort of stuff happened outside of melodrama and popular novels. Perhaps I was wrong. Or should I say, right, when I wrote it. You are the most attractive burglar I've ever seen. Well, that is, if you are a burglar. Are you?
Are you one of the Cargan crowd, or do you represent the white and suburban people?
No, I'm just an ordinary man trying to win a bet. But up to now, the chances have been dead against me.
Will you answer me one question?
I'll answer before you ask it. A friend of mine gave it to me, of course, years ago when existed, but he lied to you. You know, there's lots of keys in the Baldpate, keys and keys and keys and keys. I love my little key vegetable. See?
Oh, I can't understand it at all. Will you please tell me your name?
Well, a name doesn't mean much. So you may call me Mr. Jack B. Nimble. And yours?
My name is... Listen, my husband is president of the Axon Royton Suburban Railway Company. He has agreed to pay a vast amount of money for a certain city franchise. A franchise that the political crowd of Royton has no power to grant. Oh, they're going to cheat him out of his money! Yeah, and use it for campaign funds to fight the opposition party in the next election.
Hope he's Democrat.
No, if he sues for his money back, they're going to expose him for entering into something he knows to be nothing short of bribery. Oh, the present narrative is the bottom of it all. I ran to my husband tonight and begged him not to enter this bill. I warned him he was being cheated, but he wouldn't listen to me. But I know it's true. Oh, he will be cheated and charged with bribery if he's fined. That's why I risked him out on a night like this. I must have been followed, for I was shot as I reached the top. I don't know who you are, but you're a man, and you can help me. You will help me, won't you?
Well, what do you want me to do?
In that safe, there's a package containing $200,000.
$200,000?
That's the amount. It must be there. A man named Bland was bringing her and deposited at midnight. Cargan was to follow later and find it there.
Cargan's coming here.
So they planned it. Oh, I must have that money out of there before he arrives. Don't you understand? My husband's being cheated. Tricked. Probably ruined.
I don't know the combination.
What? Oh, there must be something we can do. You will help me. Oh, please, for the sake of us. Who are these women? And what are they doing here?
Ladies, they introduced you, miss.
Oh, wait, please don't. Will you pardon me for a second, ladies? Certainly. Don't tell them who I am, please. If my husband finds I've been here, he'll kill me.
money, even if it's to afford the smithereens.
You give me your word as a gentleman?
My word as a gentleman.
Thank you.
Ladies, I introduce to you a girl schoolmate of mine, Miss Toad, who has become so interested in my career that she has tracked me to Baldpate to witness my endeavor to break all records as a speedy story writer.
Miss Toad. Oh, might I have a word with you? Alone?
I'd like to be alone with you forever.
Will you pardon me for a moment?
Certainly.
Miss Toad, would you be kind enough to step upstairs and make yourself at home? Mrs. Rhodes, would you be kind enough to show her to the room? I'm sure she'll need a little drop of something after that long trip up the mountain.
Certainly. I know exactly where it's at. I've already tried it.
Really? I don't know what to say to all this kindness.
I have my own, miss, right up here.
Thanks awfully.
Who did that woman claim to be?
Now, that is a secret I promise never to reveal.
But I overheard everything she said.
Then you know?
I know she lied.
She lied?
She claimed to be the wife of Thomas Hayden, president of the Suburban Railway. Why, I've known Miss Hayden all my life. Was brought up went to school with her daughters. Miss Hayden is a woman well in her 50s, and you can see she's nothing more than a slip of a girl. There is a mission here of some kind. Somebody's playing a desperate game.
Yes, and it's costing me $5,000. I'll never get my work done. I can see it now. Well, we must get that $200,000.
You're gonna give that money over to that woman?
Well, not if she lied.
Well, you believe me, don't you?
Believe you? Let me tell you something, little girl. I've written a lot of these Romeo speeches in my stories, so I've never really experienced this thing before. But here goes. The moment she walked through that door, I knew that she was the only girl for me. Why, there's nothing I wouldn't do. Try me.
Very well, I shall. Give me that money out of the safe before Carter comes to steal it. Help me to reach around without being molested, and I'll annihilate the draft machine with tomorrow's edition of the Star. That money to turn over to the proper authorities as proof of the bill. I'll wipe out the streetcar trust and the car you crossed with one swing of a pen. And just think, I'll save Mrs. Rose from an alliance with the thief. I know Carter's crooked, always has been, but I must prove it before she'll break off the engagement. Great Scott, what a story I'll write. And just think what it means to me, and the city of Ryan itself. You will do this for me, won't you? Please? Please?
Yes. We'll get it.
Come, can't you think of some way to open that safe?
No, I don't know the combination. And I haven't any dynamite. But we must get that $200,000.
What was that?
Don't know. Must be the wind in the cracks or something. Go upstairs. There's someone hiding in this room. Good night, Miss Norton.
Good night.
breaking into a man's safe in the middle of the night. Throw him in the cellar, Max.
Go on, yeet out.
Dang you, Corrigan, I hate you! Get out!
Yeet out!
By gad, we weren't in too soon. Another moment and he'd have had it for sure. It would have been goodbye to the hermit if he ever got his hands on a roll like this. $201,000 bills.
Is it cold in?
I don't know. I'll see. You seem surprised we found the money here, Max.
What do you mean, surprise?
I'm gonna tell you something. I didn't trust you all day, and I don't trust you tonight.
What do you mean you didn't trust me?
I'll be honest with you. I thought you were gonna beat me to the bankroll through this woman Thornhill.
Myra Thornhill?
Yes, Myra Thornhill. Oh, don't play dead. You knew she was around. You've had secret meetings with her in the last 48 hours. You've worked with her before. But you told me so. I had my mind made up to kill you, Max, if this money had been gone. And that's just what I plan to do if you ever double-cross me. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand.
I've been shot. Oh, no, you haven't. I just put a bullet in the wall. But I'll put one in you if you don't do what I say. Toss that package of money over here. You see, being a writer of sensational novels, I'm well up on this melodramatic stuff.
Jim Corrigan?
What are you doing here?
Max, are you hurt?
No? All right.
Myra Thornhill, eh? So you were trying to cross me, you snake? I insist upon orderly conduct, gentlemen. No rough housing, please. Mrs. Rose, would you be kind enough to escort the streetcar president's wife back into that room, lock the door, and remove the key? Please. Young man, be good enough to place your fist on the table. Now. Thank you. Now, would you be good enough to take the pistol out of Mayor Corrigan's pocket? I'm sure he's got one. He'll probably want to take a shot at you later. I'm just giving you the necessary protection you need. Oh, that does nicely. Miss Norton, would you come down here and take those two pistols, put them in the safe, and turn the combination? Thank you very much. Mrs. Rose, step over to that room on the right. And when these two gentlemen, use the term loosely, are on the other side, lock them in. Shan't keep you dead long, gentlemen. Just as soon as I've transacted some important business with this young lady here. That's it. Right through your right. Yeah, go on. Right in there. Good job. Yeah. Go in there. Lock the door, Mrs. Rose. Thank you very much. How's my work? Some roundup, eh? I'm so sorry, Mrs. Rhodes.
So it's best you should know, isn't it, dear? I suppose so, dear. I suppose so.
We've got to work fast. Here's the money. Now what?
I've everything planned. That's just what we're going to do. What's the time?
1:30, but you can't get a train out past 1 until 5.
We can't sit around the station for 3 hours, dear.
Well, get a taxi or whatever sort of conveyance they have in this town, but get out past 1 as soon as you can.
You leave it to me. I'll find a way. Are you going to stay here all night?
I'll have to. Someone has to keep an eye on these lady and gentleman bandits. Even though it may mean all night tonight, all day tomorrow.
But your work.
Never mind my work. I can write a story any old time. But as far as the bet's concerned, I can lose that. And be paid 1,000,000 times over. I met you. Good night, Mrs. Rhodes. And God bless.
Good night.
Till we may ever meet again.
I live in Reitman. Good night.
politicians, safe robbed, adventurous. And I wanted to get away from the melodrama. And still they come.
I beg pardon, but who are you?
Mayor Coggin's butler, sir.
Mayor Cargan.
Yes, he's here. Do you wish to see him?
Yes. Tell him that Mr. Hayden of the Royce Aswan Railroad is here.
Are you the president of the road, sir?
Yes, sir, I most certainly am.
Your wife's here.
What?
Yeah, she's locked there in that room. Pardon me, sir. I was just seeing if you had a gun on you. Stay here. I will tell the mayor that the president is here to see you.
Are you a crazy man, sir?
That's what the critics say, but I'm beginning to think they're right. Sit down, Hayden. I'll tell the boys that the president is here.
Boy,
Come on out, boys. It's all right. The president is here. Walk down the stairs. That's it. Keep going. Good job. That's it.
hello, Hayden. What is the meaning of this, Cargan?
I don't know. Ask him.
Well, who is it?
I don't know, and I don't care. I discussed it with the whole works. We're nailed, that's all I know.
Hey, get back in here. I'm going to keep an eye on you. Sam.
I'd like to know the meaning of such strange actions, young man.
Better stick around. Your wife will be down in a moment. I'm sure she'll tell you all about it.
Confound it, sir, my wife is at home in bed.
You know you're not the first man that's been tricked. Say, Ernie, would you be good enough to open that door on the left of the balcony and tell Mrs. Hayden that her husband wants to see her? Be quick about it. That's a good little ghost. Go on.
Well, I'll be running along.
Better stick around, Hayden. Your wife would like to meet you. I don't think she's ever had the pleasure.
What sort of devil man is it?
Oh, well, here's a novelty at last. A man without a key.
It's blind eye of the key. I'll let him in.
Don't bother. I have one of my own. I'll let him in.
What's the matter, Governor?
I don't know.
That's him. The man I told you about. He locked me in.
You're back again, are you? Wow, I thought you'd jump down.
You get it all right? No? He's got it. What? Give me that money.
Hey, I killed a man once for hollering at me. Oh, here we are. Mr. Hayden. Though I think you get the shade best of this, this young lady claims to be your wife.
What? You claim what?
Go on, Grandpa. Haul your head off. Music to my ears to hear an old guy squawk.
What are you gonna do with all that money?
I haven't got the money. It's on its way to Royce. And this normal's made sure that it's turned into the proper authorities just as soon as she reaches the office of the Royton Daily Star.
The Daily Star? We're gone. Where did Mrs. Rhodes go?
Out of your life forever. She's got your number. Sit down. I'm sorry, maybe you didn't hear me. Sit! Sit down, Hermie. That's a good go. Sit down, Pete.
I don't care if you sit down, sir.
Sit down, Colonel Sanders. Or are you too chicken?
You found it, sir. Do you know that I'm the president of the Royton Asphalt Railroad Company?
You know, I wouldn't care if you were the president of the United States. Sit down! That's a good little president. Now, we're all gonna stay right here until that phone rings. And I get word that Miss Norton is safe and sound in Royton. Now that may mean several hours at best. So sit as easy as you can. We're liable to have quite a wait.
So, you tried to cross me, eh? Chances are I'll kill you for this.
I'm afraid I made a mistake in bringing you up here, Governor. You're always making mistakes, you one-headed idiot.
Sorry I got you into this, Myra. Myra, I said I'm sorry I got you into this.
Oh, go to!
I hope you're all sent to prison for life.
This is going to be a nice, pleasant little party. 2 o'clock. We've been sitting here for over 20 minutes now. Hermie! Better put another log on the fire. I think someone ought to say something. It's getting awfully dull.
I refuse to stay here another minute. This is all muck.
Better stick around, Hayden. So sorry to inconvenience you this way, but I think you should stay here to keep us company. Now, what could we talk about? Any ideas? I've got it. Let's all tell each other where we got our keys to Baldpate. Anyone? No? Big secrets, huh? Ha 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 ha! By George, that's funny. Wonder how many keys there are to Baldpate.
There's 7 keys to Baldpate.
7? How do you know?
The old man told me the day before he died. Mine's the original. All the others are imitations.
Well, let's see. I had the first, Glenn the second, Miss Norton the third, our friend the ghost the fourth, Cargan the fifth, this young lady the sixth, Hayden doesn't count, he has Glenn's key, 6 keys. 6 keys so far. One more, 5 more melodrama. Hey, Glenn. Where'd you get your key from?
None of your business.
Some strange reason I knew you were going to say that. Excuse me, Mayor Cargan. Would you like to enlighten us and shed some light on the key subject?
I wouldn't tell you if my life was a mistake.
Oh, I know. Maybe the young lady would like to share with us.
I have no objection.
Myra?
He gave it to me.
Where did you get a key to Baldpate?
Can't tell you. Sworn never to tell you.
I suppose he also gave you the combination of his safe.
He did.
Myra?
Oh, shut up. You were never anything but a crybaby. You think I'm gonna stay here like a fool and not pay you back when I've got the chance? I'll tell you the whole plan. I was to come in here and beg off with the package. Cargan was to fall later and find the gun. We were to meet tomorrow and divide the money equally.
You rat!
His excuse to Cargan for the disappearance of the money was going to be too cute. What? I've never had him put it there.
What?
Sit down, Bland!
Where did you get your key to Baldpate, Cargan? You told me you couldn't get in here unless I met you and let you in.
Oh, I can explain that. He was to meet you here tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, am I right?
Yeah, we made the arrangements over the phone.
Well, the plan was to still in here in the dead of the night and take the money. He fully intended to keep his appointment here tomorrow morning, however, and appeared just as surprised as you would have been when you discovered the safe empty and the package gone. In other words, he was not only going to cross you, but Hayden and everyone else connected with the brag. He tried to cross you. New Max tried to double cross him. Oh, if I hadn't been interrupted by our friend here, I'd have gotten the money and triple crossed the whole outfit.
What?
Yes, that was my intention. Scruples are a joke when one is dealing with crooks.
Who's a crook?
Sit down, Cargan!
Do you think I'll
Sit
stand?
down, I'll tell you! I'm the school teacher here. Sit down or I'll shoot you down. That's a good little male.
Why, you're not even clever, crook. You trusted Max, Max trusted me. That chance anyone of you ever had if I'd gotten a hold of that money.
Who is this woman? I don't know. Her name is Thornhill. Don't believe a word she says, Hayden. Her oath isn't worth a nickel. She's a professional blackmailer, pure and simple. Is this true?
I've never heard of a pure and simple blackmailer of you. As far as my word is concerned, I'm sure it'll carry as much weight as the word of a crooked politician or the word of this main man Friday, whom he knows to be an ex-convict.
What?
Sit down, Maxie! This is just getting good.
Fine people you've introduced me to, you blockheaded fool. What are you blaming me for? You wanted the deal put through, didn't you? From now on, you can do your own crooked work. I'm not interested in getting a deal like this anymore. How dare you talk to your employer in such a manner? Oh, sit down! What do you think I care for this job? I told you to stay out of it, that it was wrong. You knew that it was only cheating the city of Roy out of its rights. If this thing ever comes to light, we're all lucky if we don't spend 5 or 6 years in a stone yard. But I tell you now, if it comes to a showdown, I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to get away clean. I don't care who goes down, as long as I can get away. You didn't think you could get me in a deal like this having to keep my mouth shut, do you? No, sir. I'm going to squeal my head off all around town. I don't care who suffers, as long as I can save myself.
Oh, one of our best little squealers.
Well, you squealed, didn't you?
Oh, sure I'm with you, cutie. I'm gonna scream my head off all over the place.
So, you tried to cross me, eh?
Certainly I tried to cross you. Why shouldn't I? You went around crossing everybody, ain't you? You're nothing but a cheap coward, Cargan. That's all you are.
been wanting to call you for the last 2 years. You cut out all this wild talk. You shoot any more of this killing stuff at me, I'm gonna go after you like a wild bear. You ain't never killed anybody, and you ain't never gonna. You ain't got the naughty. I got the naughty. And the next bluff you make will be your last. You're the reason that I mixed up in this ordeal. The best thing you can do is to get me away clean. You didn't actually think you were gonna get away with that franchise for $200,000, did you, Hayden? Why, this man would have bled you for $500,000 before the bill went through, and then held you up for hush money besides. I know what I'm talking about. He was gonna rob you, Hayden, and I dared him to call me a liar.
Cargan, is it true that you're going to rob me of my money?
Well, if you really want to know, yes, that's what I was going to do. Rob you. Just for you to deserve. You were trying to rob the city, weren't you? You're just as much of a thief as I am. If I'm a crook, it's your kind that made me this way. You with your rotten money, tempting men to lie and steal. Big corporations such as yours are the cause of corrupt politics in this country. And you're just the kind of sneak who helps build the prisons that are filled with the poor devils who do your dirty work. You're worse than a crook. You're a maker of crooks. But I promise you, Hayden, if I go up for this, you'll go with me. I'll get even if I have to lie over a Bible and swear your life away. Rob you? Huh? You've got a heck of a gall to yell about being robbed, you have.
I hope the prison catches fire and you all burn to a crisp.
You know, it was my idea to start a conversation, not a roughhouse. The woman who stole the money, who is she?
A newspaper reporter.
On the Daily Star. The sheep that's fought me ever since I've been in office. They've got me this time, sure.
Hey, how long you gonna keep us here?
Well, that's for the phone to say. When it rings and I get word that Miss Norton is safe and sound in Royton. Now that may mean 4 hours. And it may mean 6. But we're all gonna stay right here. And be as comfortable as we can. You're not gonna turn us over to the police? No? Why should I?
Because they're a bunch of crooks. How I'd love to be on that jury.
Sit down, Herman! Sit down! And remember, there is no law against killing ghosts!
There's no train in Brighton till 5 o'clock. That means we must stay here till 6, eh?
Yes? What it looks like.
They couldn't have made it that quick. It's more than an hour by automobile.
Answer the phone, Miss Thornhill. Get a message. And I'll tell you what to say if it needs an answer.
Hello? Yeah, hang on a second. It's for you.
Get a name.
Yes? Who is this? Oh. Hang on. Miss Norton.
Get a message and repeat it back to me as you get it.
Yeah. What's the message? I'm supposed to tell them if they get it. You're calling from the commercial house in Aswan. You dismissed the package of money 5 minutes ago. You either lost it while you turned down the mountain or somewhere in the inn. Notify the police! Hang on. What do you want me to say?
Tell her to hold the wire.
Hold the wire, please.
Money's lost.
There goes the evidence.
Whoever heard of losing $200,000?
Can't be done outside of Wall Street. Surest thing we know, she's holding out.
You're a quick thinker, Miss Thornhill.
What do you mean?
I don't think you actually got that message.
She's on the wire. Keep your stuff.
Come here, Hermie!
My name's not Henry, it's Peter.
Now, I don't care what it is. Get over here. Now, to take a shot at me, eh? Get up. Take them and put them both in the room where they put us. Lock the door.
They can make him get away from the window, Cargan. I did it myself.
Well, there's no window in that room. It's a linen closet. Put them up there. What are you gonna do, Cargan? Go on, I'm the school teacher now. Do as you're told. Get on that phone, Miss Thornhill. Tell them not to notify the police. Say that she has to return here at once and see what she says.
Yeah? Tell no one of the law, especially this lady. Return here at once. Yes. Okay, fine.
All right.
As soon as she can get here, she says.
What do you think you're going to do? Go on, do as you're told. Get in there. You harm that girl, and I'll get you if it's the last thing I do. I've heard that kind of talk in books. Well, I write those kind of books, but I'm talking for real now. Get in there.
Now what's the move, Cargan?
We're gonna get that money if she's got it on her.
You don't think she's dumb enough to bring it back with her? She's trying to get away with it, do you?
What do you think you're gonna do if you find it on?
Keep it, of course.
Well, it's my money.
Don't worry. Our agreement holds good. You people will get the franchise.
Why? You just barely openly declared that you were gonna rob me of my money.
Oh, because I was mad clean through? Wasn't I being accused right and left? I didn't mean a word I said, Abe. I don't even know now what I said.
What do you think, Blank?
You followed me out once tonight. That's enough.
I haven't forgotten what you said to me, Mr. Max.
I don't want you to forget. I want you to remember it all your life. Ah, put it away. I don't care if you had 6 guns on you. Cut it all wild talk. You're not a cheap coward, Cargan. So you are. You. So you tried to cross me, eh?
Why, certainly. Who are you to talk?
Why, maybe I am.
Oh,
Wait a minute, Max. Nothing like that while I'm around.
Maybe you want some of it.
Now behave yourself. The speech you just made for Cargan goes for me. I want you to cut out all this wild talk. I'll put you on your back if you make another fuss at me.
Gentlemen, please.
You keep out of this, Hayden. You'll get all you're looking for if you don't.
Put it down. Put it down. What do you mean by raising your hand at me? Why? For 2 pins, I take you much all over this floor. I can whip your whole army of cowards like you. Now get away from me. Get away from me before I knock you down. Now, madam, what do you mean by claiming to be my wife? I demand an explanation.
let me tell you something, old man. You can scare these 3 little boys, but you can't scare me. I don't want you to annoy me, because I've got a nasty temper. So go on, get out of here before I lose it.
What are you doing in that safe? Come out of there.
Oh, you need to worry. I don't do anything, only I.
Myra! What are you doing, Max? Have you gone crazy?
Now we're in British, you hurt? I didn't mean it, I tell ya. It was an accident.
What's wrong down there? What happened?
Put up the lights.
Anything serious, Glenn?
You're a good shot, Max. You've got her all right.
Don't say that.
Can't be possible.
It's all over. She's gone.
But I didn't mean it, I tell you. It was an accident.
You lied.
I saw you when you took aim.
So did I.
No, don't say that. Why, before heaven, I swear it was an accident.
Tell me what's wrong down there. Nothing's wrong. Everything's okay. I know better. Open this door. you knew what was good for you. Who fired the pistol shot?
It was an accident.
Shut up! Now see here, Hayden. You can't get involved with things wrong. You are much too big a man!
I didn't mean to kill her. It was an accident.
Oh. So we have a murder on our hands. Is that?
I don't know. Whatever it is, we're all in this thing together. We must frame a story and stick to it. You understand?
No, I don't understand.
We must claim suicide.
That's it. She committed suicide. I was an eyewitness. She committed suicide.
You actually think an entrance as dastardly scheme as this? In its murder, there's the murderer, self-confessed. But you're as guilty as that man. The turnout of rotten politics and greed. I'll swear to every word that's been said here tonight. I've had my ear against that door. I'll tell it straight from the shoulder. You can't crawl this gentleman, not with your suicide alibi. It's murder in the first degree. And I will help make sure you pay the penalty.
I'm afraid you're in the wrong here, young fellow. I'm sorry for you. From the bottom of my heart, I pity you. She's dead. You killed her, all right.
Better please insanity, old man. It's the only chance you've got.
That business is carrying guns. What? Light?
No, gentlemen. You can't get away with it. It's good melodrama, but it's old stuff. And I know every trick of the trade. Written it by the yard. You work well together, but it's rough work. And it's not going to get you anything. And besides, you forgot something. I am a witness. Peter's the hermit. Go get him. Bring him down here. He's gone. Gone? Where?
He probably found a way out. He knows the place better than we do.
I saw you when you took aim. You shot to kill.
I tried to knock the gun from your hand. But I was too late.
I didn't actually witness the killing myself. And I grabbed you before you got away.
But you shouldn't have choked them. That was a brutal fight.
You little dog, I ought. Who's there?
Open this door in the name of the law.
The police!
Keep quiet.
Let him in, Cargan. I'll unlock the door. Oh, no, you don't. I'll attend to it.
Here, wait a minute. I'll take that key. And I'll take that gun I started sticking in your pocket too.
What authority have you?
Closure chat. I am Chief Kennedy of the Ascalon Police Headquarters. That's my authority.
It's okay, Chief. He's all right.
Where's the light switch?
Up there to your left.
Hello, Mr. Avery. What are you doing here?
I can explain all that.
Better act fast, Chief. Something's doing. Two of these men are carrying weapons. Two of them also have keys to that old front door.
And who exactly are you?
I don't intend to tell who I am until I'm under the right authority. Better act fast.
What you trying to do? Run the police department?
It's an important case, Chief. Thousands of dollars are involved, and a crime committed besides.
What's this all about, Mr. Mayor?
He's board flushing. He's just stalling for a chance to break away.
Oh, don't worry. Nobody will get away. I've got the house surrounded. Little Max, eh? Quite a crowd of celebrities. You got a gun?
brass knuckles.
Lighting. No.
Switchblade. Oh yeah, a handy dandy hammer. I got a permit for these. I really do.
So. That all?
Like to think so?
Sure, that's all. Right. Basically, sorry to trouble you, Mr. Mayor, but I'll have to relieve you of that hardware. The keys, sir, please. Come here to investigate, and I've got to do my duty.
There's nothing on me, Chief.
Grab the other key. That door's sealed.
That gentleman right there.
Well, hello, Mr. Hayden. This is a real highbrow affair, isn't it? Well, come on. Somebody open up. What's the gathering all about?
He's got a key. Make him give it up.
Come on. You got anything more to say?
I don't intend to tell my story until I'm under oath. I want everything I say to be on court records. I charge these men with conspiracy and murder.
What's this all about?
Poor devil's gone mad, I guess. He shot and killed a woman a few minutes ago, and he's accused every man here of the crime.
Murder, eh?
Yep. Cold-blooded murder.
Who was the woman you shot?
Don't let these men get away with it, Chief. They know I'm innocent. There's the real murderer. These men know it as well as I. They're only trying to accuse me because this pleasant young man is a squealer. And that confession from him of the stealing the right-of-way of the streetcar franchise of Royton will send them all to the state penitentiary. I have a letter from the owner of this inn, proving while I'm here tonight, proving that I'm innocent. Ask these men. See what they have to say. He's been raving like that for the last 10 minutes, Chief.
What is your reason for being here?
I came here to write a book.
You're right. He's a lunatic, sure. Who's moving to Southland headquarters?
Miss Norton of the Royton Star.
The Royton Star, eh? She's the one who was killed.
No, her name is Thornhill.
Where is she?
In one of those rooms upstairs.
Is there anybody else here besides you people?
Yes, Peters the hermit.
Another crazy man, eh?
Yes, but he's disappeared.
Well, he won't get far. I've got the house surrounded, and I'll look the grounds over before I send to the coroner. He won't be here till around 7 or 8 o'clock. You people will have to wait here till he comes. What room is he in?
I'll show you, Chief.
Ah, he's like this young fellow. Don't try to get away. When the cops outside will blow your head off if you do.
Needn't worry about that, Chief. I'm just going to stay right down here and make sure none of these gentlemen try to escape.
Bad case, Chief.
Reason that they generally go out of the lines after they shoot. What room is he in?
Right here, Chief.
I took the body from that room down to the cellar.
What?
I heard them accuse you of the crime. They'll never find the passage. They'll never find the body.
Now what'd you do that for? What do you make of this, Carter? The whole place is haunted, I guess.
She must have escaped through the window.
How could a dead woman jump out the window? Besides, the window was shut.
Say, what you people trying to do? Trick me? You know, I was born and brought up in New York City. Even if I do live in Ascalon Falls.
Can't understand it at all. She was in that room 10 minutes ago, Chief.
I'll take a solemn oath on that.
I'm going insane.
Say, what the devil is this all about? If you really think you can make a joke out of me, you're mistaken. I won't stand for it. Well, come on. What's the answer?
No joke, Chief. There has been a crime committed here.
Then where is the big cellar?
In the cellar.
What?
In the cellar?
If I'm not mistaken, that's where she was taken shortly after the murder.
You lied. You knew she was taken to that room. You saw us carry her there.
Of course he did. Of course he did.
What you trying to do? Trap me in the cellar?
Now, if that's what you think, go ahead. Search the cellar. And see if I'm crazy, or if these men are going slightly insane themselves.
I'll get to the bottom of this pretty quick. Search the cellar. Report back here what you find. Every nook and corner. Don't leave a thing unturned, understand? Hurry up, then. This thing is a practical joke. You'll all land in jail for it. I'm not going to be made the laughing stock of Ascalon Falls. I'll tell you that right now. Hello? Who's this?
Miss Norton.
I'll take that key, please.
Why is the police here?
It's all right.
Who is this woman?
She claims to be a newspaper reporter.
She's a thief. She stole a package of money.
Whose money?
My money. No, my money. It's bribe money, Chief.
Where is the money? The money's been lost.
What?
Oh,
Where did you lose it?
I don't know. Somewhere between here and Ascalon. I searched every inch of the way. From the bottom of the mountain to the top. It's gone, I'm afraid.
Where's Mrs. Rose?
She became too hysterical to return. I left her at the commercial house.
how much money was it?
$200,000.
Come on, cut out the kidding stuff. How much was it?
That's the exact amount that the package contained, Chief. $200,000.
Where did you get this money?
I gave it to her.
Where did you get it?
From Mayor Cargan.
Where did you get the money, Cargan?
He took it from the safe.
How'd you open the safe, Cargan?
I didn't open the safe.
Who did?
Peter's the hermit.
Who put the money in the safe?
Oh, Glenn did. That man there.
Where'd you get the money to put in the safe, Glenn?
From Mr. Hayes.
Is this true, Mr. Hayden?
I refuse to answer in fear of incriminating myself.
What do you know about this, Max?
Oh, don't ask me. I'm going insane. I can't breathe.
Right, let me get this straight. Hayden gives the money to Bland. Bland puts the money in the safe. Peter goes in the safe. Cargan took the money from Peter. This fellow took the money from Cargan and gave it to a newspaper reporter. She loses the money on the mountain. Somebody shoots and kills the woman, and the victim gets up and walks away. And you expect me to believe this bunk?
Yes.
What does she mean by saying someone killed a woman?
Don't worry about it. It's all right.
Come on, get in there!
It's all we can find in the cellar, Chief.
That's it?
That's it.
No dead bodies or packages of money?
Nope, nothing else.
So it's you, is it, Peter? That's where you hide it? In the cellar of Baldpate? Well, you'll have a nice cozy room in the county jailhouse tomorrow.
Dang the police, I hate them.
Get over there. Guard the outside and question anyone who passes up or down the mountain. You have to step upstairs, miss. I've got lots to say to you. Men here. And I'm not particular about my legs and arms here. So go on and step upstairs.
I don't believe this woman lost the money, Chief.
We'll get you made to the jail down here in number 6. She's got anything on her, we'll get it. Don't know who's room until I call you. Who was this one, the girlfriend you left at the commercial house?
Miss Rose. She's all right. How do you know Cargan? Maybe they're working together.
That's enough, Glenn.
I'll call up the commercial house and see if she's there.
left.
How do you account for this?
She must have stolen from me when we were running down the mountain. You've got somebody. What is it?
A woman.
Shoot her. Comes bird, I guess. That's why I went with the corn. What is the meaning of this? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is there any trace of the money?
Are you going to have these women searched, Chief?
Maybe that won't be necessary. We'll wait and see what's in the package she left at the commercial house. Hey, Joe! Joe, you, Joe! Nobody lives here. If I get this whole thing cleared up and I find out who killed that woman. Killed a woman? What does she mean? You stole the money from me, didn't you?
I'll never trust another woman as long as I live.
They're no good. They never were.
Well, what do you have to say to this, mister? Yes, I did kill the money. Take the money. I did it for you, Jim Carter. I did it because I knew that if this story was ever made public, you would be a ruined man. I intended to pay back Mr. Hayden and kill off the bride. I did it because I thought that you cared, and what is my reward? You stand here ready to turn against me, to condemn me. Very well, now I'll turn. Officers, these men have bargained to keep the city of Brighton. I demand their arrest on charge of conspiracy.
It's a lie. It's the truth, Chief. The absolute truth. This young lady and I will testify against these men and prove them guilty of conspiracy and murder.
Murder? What do you got to say to this, Cargan?
Nothing at all. I'm through.
So am I. I can't take this any longer. I'm going insane. I want you to know the real truth, because I have shot that woman upstairs. I shot it down like a dog. But I know I haven't got a chance. But I don't want to get sent to the chair. I'll tell state's evidence. I'll tell the truth. Just please, don't let them kill me. I don't want to die.
Get up. That's what it is, young fellow.
There we go. What are we gonna do, Cargan? No less than 10 years, I'm afraid.
Go on, get over there. Can you ever forgive me? I didn't understand. I do now. And you can write a book, eh?
Well, that was the original idea.
No, I'm not sure yet whether you people are kidding me or not. Got someone again. Well, what now?
Thanks for it, Chief. Brought you by police lessons because you were about.
Very
surprised, Billy. I motored in from New York. I expected to find you alone. Who are these people? How did they get in here? Have they disturbed you in your work? How are you getting along with your story?
How am I getting along? Well, I'll tell you. What kind of place did you send me to? Nothing but crooks, murderers, and dead people walking about the halls. Hundreds of thousands of dollars, and keys, and keys, and keys, and keys. You win, I lose. 24 hours? I couldn't write a book in 24 years in a place like this. You have no idea what kind of night I've had.
I'm not going to hold you to a wager, Billy. I just wanted you to know it's not real.
What's not real?
I'm not a real widow.
And I'm not a real politician.
I'm not a real policewoman.
This isn't real hair.
These aren't real wicked.
Oh, that real money that was burned.
These aren't real handcuffs.
And I'm not a real dead one.
Are you real?
Not a real newspaper reporter.
I mean a real girl.
Well, that's for you to say.
Well, for heaven's sakes, don't leave me in the dark. Tell me, what does this all mean?
It means, old boy, that I wanted to prove to you how perfectly improbable and terrible those awful stories you've been writing would seem if such things really and truly happened. I left New York about an hour ahead of you today, got to Royden at exactly 9 o'clock, went straight over to the Empire Theater, told the manager of our bed, framed the whole plan, engaged the entire stock company, hired a half a dozen autos, went to Ascalon straight after the performance. Arrived at the mountain about 12 o'clock. Since then, you've known what's happened. I've been watching the proceedings from outside. As if it weren't the fact that I'm nearly frozen stiff, I'd call it a wonderful night.
You did this to me?
You're not mad, are you? I won't hold you to your bed.
Good. I've had enough of Baldpate. Meet with the commercial house until the train is ready to start. Is your real name Mary? Well, Mary, shots in the night, and the chase after fortune. That may be all wrong, but would you please help me show this man that there really is such thing as love at first sight?
How can I do that?
Don't you know?
You don't want me to say it out loud, do you?
Now remember your promise, Mary.
Whoa!
I just made it. Finished a couple minutes ago.
Were you disturbed at all?
Never heard a sound.
No, go.
Nary a ghost, Mrs. Quimby. Except those concealed in the manuscript. How about them Ascalon Hotel?
There's the commercial house.
Commercial house. Funny, I guess the name.
How?
Oh, I don't know. But I've got it in the story.
What's he mean, Liza?
Darned if I know. The missus has got a fine breakfast waiting for you at our house.
And what's that of that? The train don't go till 5.
And the drummers all stay at Hotel de Rock.
Oh, yeah. Me for a nice breakfast and a bed of eggs. You know, some wild and woolly scenes have been enacted in this room since you left last night, Mrs. Quimby.
What happened?
Well, nothing really. Just a story.
What's he mean, Liza?
Darned if I know.
That's Mr. Benson.
Will I talk to him?
Well, that's the idea, isn't it?
Hello? Hello, Mr. Bentley. Yes, 2 minutes ago. Yes, sir? It's right here, sir. Just a minute, I'll find that out. He wants to know the name of the story.
Oh, it's typewritten on the cover.
7 keys to Baldpate.
7 keys to Baldpate. He's laughing. He says there's only one. What, sir? What? Yes, sir, I understand. Oh, you want to talk to him? All right. Do you want to talk to him one last time?
Yep. Just a moment. Thank you, sir. Hello? Hello, Hal. Yeah. Just made it. I'm gonna put that 5,000 from you, old pal. Some title. And hey, some story. Wild and woolly melodrama as usual. The kind of stuff you always roast me about. Oh, I put you in a story. Oh, I didn't mention your name or anything. I say, Hal, I'm in the story too. Oh, I'm the hero. The what? The critics? Oh, I don't care about them critics. This is the kind of stuff the people want. Yes, I'll meet you at the 44th Street Club Sunday morning.
figured out anyways. I was gonna build a fire when I was up here last week. Have 'em blazing in a minute if I can find them darn matches. I know I put a box in my pocket. Here they are.
You better light a lamp first so you can see what you're doing.
That's a good idea. Yep, that's what it is. 11 o'clock. Why, that train's been in over 20 minutes. I suppose it's the storm that delayed it. It ain't over a 10-minute walk up the mountain from the depot.
Maybe the train's late on account of the storm.
No, I heard it signal the crossing at Aswan Junction. That feller will be here before we know it. Light the other lamp, Mother, while I get us this fire.